Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make these neon pink and, well, mainly pink and blue nail set. It's kind of given a gender reveal. If it was a bit more pastel-y, it would definitely give that, but we're going for more of a neon vibe today. We've got the two colours, we've got the pink and the blue. We do also have a white, and it's the bold white, which is my all-time favourite. And then these are the two that inspired me today and kind of made the whole colour choice and everything. So I've had these butterflies for the longest time, and I have all like different colours too, different neon colours like yellow, orange, green, I think, purple maybe even, like different shades. And since I bought them, which is literally probably over a year ago now, it just kind of got chucked into my drawer and never picked up. So I was a bit on a mission trying to figure out different new things that I've not used on my channel yet from my drawers, and I came across those and I just fell in love and I just had to do something. So we are today at the channel and video where we are finally using them. So I fast tracked the start because there's quite a lot of steps involved to kind of kickstart the whole design. But we've got one nail that's fully blue, one nail that's fully white, and then the next two nails are going to be French tip nails but with an ombre tip, and you want the above to be kind of clear because we're going to pop the butterflies there later on. So I start off with the blue and I do an outline of the French tip, the smile line, and they're colouring the tip about halfway, and then the tip of that French tip is going to be pink. And then make sure you grab your dog hair out of the gel polish, and then you can go ahead and start ombreing the two colours together. They are two very drastic different colours, so bear that in mind. It might take you a little while to do, and there's probably two colours that are just not very beginner friendly. So if you wanted to recreate today's set, I'd advise picking up two colours that are a bit more closer together, so they're just easier usually to ombre when they're a little bit more similar to one another. So if you wanted to do pink, for example, you might want to pick two different shades of pink rather than two completely different colours. Then you want to repeat that again, but you want to switch the colours around. So you want the pink at the top now, and then you want the blue at the bottom. Same gist, you just want to ombre those two together in the centre. And this bit is, you also really want to be careful because you don't want to go way too up and kind of ruin the smile line, and so on. If you do ruin the smile line, it's not really the end of the world. You can just grab some cloth and just kind of, you know, well, not cloth, a lint-free wipe, and just kind of wipe away any areas that you went over. But up to you how you approach it, but I love the ombre tip. Now on to the next nail. We are going to do a marble look, so I'm going in with the white, and I'm going quite heavy with the white. Usually I like to start with the lighter shade because that way I just feel like otherwise the white just kind of doesn't pop through. So I start with the lighter shade and kind of make my way to the darkest. I wasn't too sure if the pink or the blue was going to be the darkest here, but just kind of make your pick. Then I went with the pink. Now it's the blue. I'm just kind of swirling my brush around, having a good time. I actually really love doing this now. Like, it's so fun. I would usually dread marble nails. I just never knew if it was going to come out looking great or not. And this method is like literally so, like, you're always guaranteed a good look because you are basically fully in control. It's like the best thing ever. Here's my marble, and that's gonna go into the lamp for a cure. Now I did do another layer of blue here. Now I'm sprinkling on some blue glitter. Basically glitter is like matching with the colour of the gel polish. There it is, and then that will go into the lamp for a cure. So that is going to be a sugar nail. Now with the white nail, I wanted to do a stripe look, and if you wanted to avoid doing a whole nail in white, you could. I just wanted it as a background because I knew I wanted white in there as well, since I was also using white for the marble, so I knew I needed white. So my thought process was grab the white, do the background already, and then that way I don't have to do a couple of extra stripes of the white because it's already there. So the idea is that I've got pink, blue, white, pink, blue, white, and so on. I am curing in between because often when you touch two, for example, if you were to do the pink line there, still wet, and then you go in with a blue line next to it, still wet, it's very, very high chance that they start blending into one another. You do not want that. So definitely pop it into the lamp for a quick cure. It doesn't have to be full cure, just to kind of, pop it into place so it doesn't blend into one another and kind of bleed in, and then just continue with your design. So it is a bit of like back and forth with this kind of design of a nail, but I feel like the final results are so effective with those stripy nails. And so on. And then once you're happy, obviously pop that into the lamp. I did only have to do one coat here, mainly because I did have the white in the background. It kind of made the colours pop. I just didn't feel like I needed another layer, which is nice. Now, whilst that's curing, you want to start picking up some base coat and only applying it on the clear bit. And then you want to start picking up your butterflies, and I had the hardest time doing that. When I was prepping this design off camera at first, I had the easiest time. It always happens to me. Every time I start filming, everything just goes wrong. I can't do anything. I suddenly forget how to do French tips. Like, it's just a nightmare. And I could not pick them up for the life of me. So the French tip with that has the blue at the top. You want to do the pink butterflies, and then those beautiful holographic silver stars around them as well. And the base coat is obviously going to act as our glue. Once you're happy, pop into the lamp for a cure. Disclaimer though, I do apply another maybe layer or two of base coat after the first layer is cured, just to help with the bumpiness. The butterflies were quite large, so it was actually sticking out on the sides. These nails aren't for wearing, this is just for design purposes, so I didn't have to worry about that too much. But obviously, if you were going to recreate this, you can actually use the stamper method, where you kind of like the jelly stamper, if you like squish it down onto the butterflies and then pop into the lamp for a cure whilst it's still being stamped, you will actually bend the butterflies into the shape of the nail and you should be okay. And then obviously you want to repeat that same thing on the other French tip nail as well with the blue butterflies. Then on this marble nail, I really like those holographic stars, and again, I just don't get that enough chances to use them. I just don't seem to be picking them up. I kind of never even really look in the drawer I found them in. That's probably why. So I thought I also will pop a couple on the marble nail as well, and then pop that into the lamp for a cure. After it comes out though, we're gonna matte top coat all of these beauties and kind of dim them down a little bit. I know, probably not the best move, but we will add some extra little touches with some charms and crystals, and also some nail art gel from Madame Glam. The white one is my all-time favorite. If I have to recommend any, it would be the white and the black. Like, guys, you're gonna have like the most use out of it. It's the best, so I really highly recommend it. I literally keep switching, like whatever, depending on whatever design I'm doing, whichever one fits best, I just pick that one up. So since the colors of today, I just felt like the white would fit a bit more. So charm wise, I've got quite a couple. I've got these charms here, these bows. There'll be a butterfly too that's kind of like see-through but not. I don't know if there's like a name for them or not, or that kind of look or colour, but they're quite mellow, and I felt like I kind of needed that. I didn't want anything very like in your face. Alternatively, if you didn't like those or didn't want to use them, I'd probably recommend just using a white bow, since we've got the white going on, just kind of keeping in with the colour theme. But I was quite happy to kind of pop them in. Again, really rarely use them. I was really on a mission to pick up things I don't often use. So on the lined nail, I'm going to place a crystal placement like down the center of that nail, and it's kind of a bunch of all sorts. We've got some AB, we've got a butterfly in the same look, we've got an AB, God knows what that is, and then a couple more just circle regular ABs below it as well. Once I'm happy and it's kind of as straight as I can get it, I'll pop that into lamp for a cure. And when it comes to charms and all that, that's the only 3 nails that are going to have that. We will place some caviar beads in between the middle nail, which is this one, the line nail, since we've got so much going on. And you all know me, I love a caviar bead, where some days it's relaxing, some days it's like the worst thing ever. Today it was relaxing for a change, so that's quite nice. I did spill a couple onto my mat there that I'm filming on, and I'm just going to pick it up with a dotting tool. Usually I would use a nail art brush just to pick up the rhinestone glue gel and everything else when I'm, blinging out a set, but I've started, well, by started I mean literally like yesterday, started using a dotting tool for that, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. So let me know in the comments what kind of method, or what do you prefer to do or use when you're applying rhinestone glue gels and picking up caviar beads and all that. Let me know, because I do nails so often, and I'm still on the hunt for like my favorite method. Now onto the nail art gel from Madame Glam, the white. So on this nail, because it was so busy as it is, I just felt like it was still missing some sparkle, so I did add 3 clusters of or a cluster of 3 of white dots, and then kind of beneath each star that I've created, and then I'm going to pop that into lamp for a cure. Make sure you pull it through for a full cure, because it's very pigmented and it will definitely need it. Now down these, as much as I love them, I still felt like there was something missing, and to continue the dotting vibe, I just thought I would do a line of dots. Don't know if that was the right move, let me know, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad, and I feel like the longer I'm looking at them, the more I'm liking them, so I think it's one of those, but you can let me know what you think as soon as you saw them, if you do like it or not. Here is the final nail now, again with those dots, and then it's going to go into lamp for a cure. I'm trying to be very gentle with the dot because I don't want it to be too big. So, and the dotting tool here that I'm using is quite large. So I'm trying to be very gentle when I'm placing the dot. And here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.